How did fossil Pokemon go extinct? Fossil Pokemon are some of the most interesting creatures in the franchise, because unlike other Pokemon, you can't catch them. Instead, you have to revive them from their fossil in order to use them, because their species is extinct. But how did these creatures go extinct in the Pokemon world? Well, Kabuto and Kabutops were successful hunters underwater, and lived on the seafloor. However, once the environment shifted and they were forced to live on land, Kabuto couldn't survive because once it was flipped on its back, it couldn't turn around. Ammonite and Amistar were also seafloor dwellers. Ammonite's shell was too soft and was attacked by predators, hence the bite mark in its fossil. And Amistar's shell was too heavy and it wasn't able to hunt properly, so both eventually went extinct. Then Aerodactyl is actually the only fossil Pokemon from Generation 1 that didn't live in the water. It was a savage Pokemon that was an apex predator during ancient times. It was an absolute savage and it wouldn't take much to make it angry. Then it would rip out its prey's throat. There was no Pokemon back then that could take it out. But what did take it out though was none other than a meteor. But luckily the DNA and fossils of these Pokemon have been found and can be revived in the games. So hopefully their species can be revived.